Is San Francisco worth going to and checking out, or should you stay away?
I don't know.
Right? So we're gonna kind of cover some of the, I'd say, the negative things of San Francisco. Now, to put this in context, we were just in San Francisco not too long ago. We actually did our 8-year anniversary. We hadn't been there in quite some time.
Since before COVID.
Correct. And so we wanted to, we'd heard things were getting better. They were really bad during COVID. And so we wanted to go check it out and see, okay, is it true? Is it better? And come back and report to you guys whether it is or isn't. So hang tight.
So here we go.
We've lived in the area a long time, not in San Fran, but outside, and would go visit regularly. So we have pretty good perspective of when it was awesome, which I would say one of the prettiest cities in the world when, in its heyday. Let's go over some of the negatives that we saw.
All right, so first things first. When you go to San Francisco, you always need to be super cautious about where you're parking your car, because we've had a number of friends that have come home from San Francisco with their windows shattered because they forgot that they left a briefcase sitting on the passenger seat, or they left a hydro flask on the back seat.
Yeah,
they get broken into for the most ludicrous things.
This is ludicrous.
Ludicrous. All right, who called for ludicrous?
It doesn't have to be something that you think is super valuable. It could be anything. So you just don't want to leave anything in your car whatsoever, and you always want to park like in a structure if you can, not on the street.
Yeah, like a parking garage. Yeah, street parking, no bueno.
No.
It's rough, okay?
Yeah.
So just know that we have many a cardboarded side window that says, "Thanks, San Francisco," up here in Sacramento, okay?
Yes. So just be wary of that.
And if you're doing a rental car, make sure you put everything away, put it all in the trunk where there's just nothing visible, right? So there you go. The other thing is, San Francisco, and this is not a new thing, but it's expensive. So be prepared to spend some coin. It's not a cheap city.
So you're gonna spend some coin just to park your car in a safe place.
Like we stayed at the J Hotel and they wanted $80 a night to valet.
What?
Yeah, $80 a night.
That's insane.
Woo!
Yeah. So be sure that you like to walk, because you're not going to want to go from parking garage to parking garage.
That is true.
Paying for all these fees. So pick a good one, stick with it, and then just hoof it.
Yeah, hoof it, or you might use some of the local do maybe an Uber
or a trolley.
Or a trolley, right? The
Trolleys
cable car
are
or
fun.
whatever. Yeah.
All right. So what's next?
Homelessness. We've heard just horror stories of homeless down there. We've seen pictures and so on, and it's true. It's
bad. It's out of control.
Yeah, and not to get too political, but it just kind of seems like the liberal Democratic run cities seem to have a higher propensity of homelessness, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And we saw that. I mean, we're literally stepping over people sleeping on the sidewalk. Trying to go to a nice restaurant, and
or people
some
just,
of those things,
peeing on a building, or
we saw that,
doing drugs on a street
or they're like strewn out, like had a rough night. So you do have a lot of that. Now I will say it's gotten better from what I understand in regards to certain areas. You'll see that, and other areas maybe not so much. We walked down Market Street all the way. Check out our video, A Weekend in San Fran, and we decided to walk and really check out the city.
Yeah, we walked from the J, which is at the Embarcadero, all the way through to Golden Gate Park.
It was a long way.
It was long.
It was a long way.
But we walked all the way down Market Street.
Yeah.
And so we saw all the way, like the financial district, all the way through the shopping district, into some questionable areas that you definitely should not be at.
Yeah. But let's talk about that, the shopping and retail, because that was a big eye-opener. We had heard that stores had been leaving or had left. It's true. It's true.
Oh my gosh. We should have just counted the stores that were still there. That would have been easier.
That would have. But we got a lot of videos. You can see here, I mean, there's a lot of these shops that were there, and that kind of area, better than me, the market.
Oh my gosh. Like the whole, everything's
kind of a ghost
gone.
town. It's pretty sad. Everything's under lock and key.
Oh yeah.
Right?
But yeah, we went in and
to get deodorant.
You can't get deodorant.
You need to have someone with a key to open it. I'm
crazy.
like, really?
That was wild.
Okay. Yeah, so that's kind of what, is
But
going
yeah,
on.
lots of broken glass, lots of cardboard, lots of boarded up windows, lots of graffiti.
Yeah. And, I would say the lock and key, the deodorant, that leads into the aspect of, well, why is that? Well, they changed some laws, not to
I know where
bag
you're going.
on Kamala, but I mean, she had a huge part in this, is that they don't prosecute anyone that steals things from retail. I think it's $950 is the cap. So
Yeah.
literally there's people walking in with calculators and figuring out all the stuff that they could just steal and take without any repercussion.
Which explains why so many of the retail stores are now gone.
Yeah, they're like, we
They
just
can't
can't
even
do
afford to stay open anymore.
business here like this. Like,
Yeah.
that's just not conducive to. And
Yeah.
I don't blame them, quite frankly. That was an eye opener
That was super
as well,
eye-opening.
right?
Yeah.
And then on that note, that kind of segues into the police. The police are kind of handcuffed, quite frankly, with these whole laws of like, what are we going to do with these people? We go and, take them in, take them downtown, even attempt to do paperwork, and then they're literally
just
walking
are
out the
released.
front door going, it's under $1,000 or $950 or whatever it is. So they don't even take the time or the resources to pursue
That's
this
because
petty crime.
they've been defunded and they don't have the bandwidth to do all of that.
So they're really focusing more on the actual higher level crimes, your assault and murders and these sort of
Yeah.
things and
I
so
don't even
on.
think that you get prosecuted for like shattering windows for cars and stealing stuff out of cars. I don't know. It's the wild, wild west over there.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Now, I mean, I don't want to do all bad San Fran, but I will say we went. I mean, it is bad San Fran, but if you go to certain areas at certain times and so on, it's still good. Like Fisherman's Wharf and Pier 39 and
that's true.
Ghirardelli.
It's like the other side.
And so on, right?
Yeah.
Coit Tower, kind of some of these places. However, I will tell you that if you have perspective of going to San Fran in its heyday, like when it was great, and you go now, you'll be like,
Where are all the people?
it's like ghost town. You're like,
It's
where
wild.
is
So
everybody?
when we walked all the way to Golden Gate Park,
Yeah.
right? There was like, I don't know, there's people there.
There was quite a few.
There was quite a few people
actually.
there, but every single person that we talked to was like, all they could say was how excited they were to see people, because
Yeah,
usually, like in
that's
recent
true.
years,
Yeah.
there's been nobody there. So they were so excited to see how many people were out in the sunshine and enjoying the city.
Yeah, I think
So-
we got some good views of the Conservatory of Flowers and then like some of the big open space of the Golden Gate. You'd see a lot of people
Yeah.
out there. In years past, it would have been even double or triple
Oh,
that.
it would have been absolutely packed, and there would have been like
super
food
fun.
truck after food
Food-
truck
that's
after
right.
food truck
And there
after
was,
food
like-
truck, and there was a food truck.
And one coffee truck. Like that
Yeah,
was it.
that was it.
And
You
normally
had no
it'd be a lineup.
choices.
So that's a good point, babe. That's
Yeah.
true. So I would say it's down 60%.
Oh, at least. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's starting to come back. It probably was down even less than that. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
So hey, the lines at Ghirardelli are like, 60% shorter.
Well, that's true.
Right? Still same good chocolate.
Oh my gosh.
Then the last thing was Poop Patrol. We had heard that they got
Oh.
a budget of like $3 to $4 million a year to go out early morning and literally pressure wash the sidewalks in these areas where the homeless are, because they just literally
We saw some
defecate.
areas
And
that
it's
they
true.
missed.
Yeah, and it's
Just
true.
saying.
They do have this. It is a true thing. We didn't see it because we're not up at 3:30 or 4:30 in the morning.
No, but we
5.
saw what they had missed, and
Um,
we smelled what they had missed.
Yeah. So anyway, Lexi's like, I'm gonna find some poop.
That's my mission.
Yeah, well, I mean, just the fact that they even have to have funding for that is, I mean,
Yeah.
that should just kind of tell you where the city's at. So,
So those are the bad things of San Fran. We just want to give you, kind of a real heads up what to expect, so you're not shocked or surprised. You can still have a good time in the city if keep your wits about you. Don't go to certain areas at certain times,
just go to Ghirardelli, go to the wharf, walking the Embarcadero.
Don't
going
do
to
Golden
Golden
Gate
Gate.
Park at night,
No,
or whatever.
But Golden Gate Park during the day is great.
Yeah.
Go to Baker Beach. Don't go all the way to the Golden Gate on Baker
Yeah,
Beach.
because it goes from clothing to clothing optional to
clothing.
no clothing.
Oh no!
On Baker Beach. So we learned that the hard
hard
way.
way.
No pun intended. It wasn't very hard.
No.
It was
not.
Anyway, hopefully this has been eye-opening and enlightening for you. You know, we're not always just grins and giggles and all
We're
that
not
stuff.
totally anti-San Francisco. We love San Francisco. It's just, you know, you want to
We
be
want it to
cautious.
get better.
We want it.
Come on, San Fran.
Come on, you guys. Get it
We
together.
love that city. So there you go, guys. Hey, thanks for tuning in. If you found some value here, like, subscribe, tell your friends, post it in social media, get the word out.
All right, guys. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.